here. Maybe not by much though. Air match. Alright, no answer. Well, they already have. I think it's pretty good. Gets them a copy. But I can maybe counter later. I'm not sure this is right, but seems fine. Alright, we have the third land. Yeah, that makes sense too, because Sylvan's trying to get to cast right away, whereas Bill gets kind of stuck in their hand. Maybe get it on the way. Did Harry do too much? Fire off a quick. And just get the dual lands. Everything going according. Anyways, welcome everyone. More quiet today was at the one and only Harry. Harry lowered the settings. Okay, I'll turn the mic back up. Pretty high though. Let me know. Let me know if this is better. I was being pretty quiet too. Coffee and Alberto Castillo is kind of an interesting one. How much power do I have in the graveyard? I have 8, 15, 17 with Charless. Pick Waker, I have a blue card in hand with Force. If I don't take it out, I see I think having the blue card for Force may be more important, or having the faster clock and hoping to draw blue cards. Seems kind of unlikely they'll combo me next turn. I could also redraw an Outburst to finish them off. Like 2 draw steps to an Outburst, 2, 9. If this was an Oliphant, I'd have lethal. Assuming it's gotta be correct to just take Waker though. Let's see if, I don't think it's gonna matter, but it is possible, like... And not being Waker, it cost me the match. Ooh, Mengu. Perfect timing. Welcome everyone. Glad to have you here with us. Playing a little Living End. Kind of want to try and get a better feel for where the deck's at right now. I don't think like especially great, but we'll see. Also on the builds and stuff. I started a league yesterday. I started 0-2. Had some kind of tough matchups though. I paired against a white Hate Bear deck and food deck too. The food combo deck, which is real tricky. It's not actually buying them a Hey Joaquin, thanks. That was nice. Money falling from the sky. Story of my life. I think money's falling from the sky. Was Ideo. Thank you very much. Thanks for the 51 minutes.
Who the fuck is that guy?
No.
Who the fuck is that?
Seriously, where the hell's Harry? Everyone logging in today's like sad. It's only Gab. Harry's gone. Hopefully they don't have like some uncounterable spell or something weird. It is not an uncounterable spell. Oh, the One Ring is kind of sick with all the twiddles. Their deck looks very sweet. Is that a deck from a top 8 or something? Quick search checklist. Does anyone know where that list comes from? Oh, Spike made an initial list. Oh, Doomlink was playing it yesterday. Okay. Does anyone know what I should expect after sideboards? Assuming Endurance pretty good. Blood Moon's pretty good. Leyline's pretty good. I'm guessing they don't play a ton of Hate, they mostly focus on their own combo. That's White Leyline for Cam Burn. Maybe it should just be another Black Leyline. Assuming Subtlety's not very good. Maybe they play Veils in their sideboard. Boseiju could be okay. Boseiju. Probably play Underworld Breach, right? Board doesn't have much versus Twiddle. I mean, I have a few cards. I don't think I need a ton. What land should I cut? Kind of tricky. How many lands? Bringing in Blood Moon, so I don't want to cut basic forest. That's Spirebluff Canal. 10 lands, kind of a lot. Alright, let's do the huge. Subtlety Stop Oracle. Is that enough to beat them? Usually when a combo deck goes off, they can beat that kind of stuff, basically. Spikes, wish. 2 cycling cards. So I have like a decent clock, but I have no hate. I have 2 cascade cards, which I'm not sure if I need a second one. Also, if I do draw another living end, I only have 1 living end left, and if they counter it, I might just lose. Close. A bit better, kind of the same hands. I get to bottom a living end. I guess I'm like minus 1 black card if I do draw the Wraith. It's against Spike. Not Spike, but what did Harry do? My thing, I feel like my thing is off too. Mess was the overlay. Like the video capture, the play capture looks all up. Yeah, he messed with my MTGO settings. He ruined my stream. Although maybe it was always like that. Cycling cards. I'm gonna try and find a grave. Or force, that works. Hopefully they don't have Cluster Storm. I guess cycling the Architect there was kind of greedy, because now I don't have lethal. If I just cycled Oliphant, I would have 1-shot lethal.
Sub-birthday.
So that was kind of loose. Hey, it is 12 months on me. On me 92. Thank you so much for all your support. Keep enjoying the stream. Alright, I guess straightforward here. Upkeep is good enough. Really not sure what to expect as far as hate goes. I think Cluster Storm's reasonable. They have like Endurance. Vizier on tapping a land. Okay. Oh, to get Vizier into play. It's kind of cool. Oh. Yeah, I might lose because I was so short-sighted. Look at the cards. Okay. So I have 2-turn clock. My goal is to... I'm probably just going to cycle Oliphant in my upkeep. Right? Sylvan Scrying's probably pretty good for them. Sanctum's got to be the worst. Am I going to Lille? I think I am, yeah. I don't technically need to, but I kind of want to. And it is Pioneer. I think I might just play blue-white, honestly. I might just like play a bit of blue-white, try and tune the list too. I think blue-white should be okay against Ragdos Sack, and I'm okay against green and stuff, so I just force that now, right? Force that, or forcing that is good. Then use, let's see, I want to cycle Oliphant in my upkeep to shuffle, and I'll have 3 mana later. Keep the black cards. I want a Mountain cycle because we know that. Oh, right. I have a Creator in play. I know the top of our deck is crap. Wadman. They'll do that. What's better, Grief or Force? So weird. Too good. Force gotta be better, right? Do I want to keep the Grief? I don't think so. I guess what I just did didn't really make sense. I was gonna not keep Grief. I should have just kept mana up. Pretty big pun by me. Should have just been lethal, or at least force them to chum block. Alright, looks like we get there anyways. Kahira? Oh god. So that's like Omnath? Spoke to Mike once? What'd he do? What'd he actually do? Or are you trolling? I'm gonna play more after my success playing live poker. I don't think so. I'll play once in a while to see my friends. I'm not delusional. I realize how hard it is to do well. It's just not really worth it to, like, money-wise, hourly rate-wise. Counterspell, don't really care about much. Actually, verdict. No, because I get the verdict on the way back. Just counterspell? Still the hat? Still there. What if you had left with the hat? Alright, is that one of the lands we knew about? There was. Ikentos. Yeah, I will probably play a poker tournament occasionally when I don't have much going on magic wise and the structure is good and just yeah, kind of that tournament I played was like kind of perfect, 250 euro buy-in, good structure over a few days, but also you make the money if you just end day one. It was like really good. Alright, I have the One Ring and Verdict. You can get the Verdict and then force the One Ring. Hopefully they don't have double Verdict. Double one. What, she's 16 damage. Ivancito Ivan. Back with the 8 months. Ivancito, thank you so much. Hope you keep enjoying the stream. Yeah, Harry. I think I'm probably gonna send Harry some chesties. Maybe like 100 chesties or something. Cover his plane ticket and because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have played that poker turn and won. I mean, obviously, if I bust and lose money, I'm not gonna ask him to like give me some money to hit him up with chest. Okay, One Ring at 1. They just don't draw, right? They just play for protection. Harry, yeah, Harry broke even because he was in for 2 bullets. He was in for 500 and he won 420 back. I think he min cashed. And then he 502 leagues while he was here and he won a bunch of online coins. Yeah, I mean, we still got a game if they just draw. I mean, I think they have 1 verdict left, realistically. Alright, let's see if Tom F. Dine has played that deck before. Let's see, I have that deck built still somewhere. Kind of refresh my memory. Or did I just delete it? TSP and like Counterspell, Force Verdict, Teferi, One Ring, Solitude. I mean, that matchup seems pretty tough. And then, so they're gonna get Rest in Peace, Veto. Oof, more Verdict. Rest in Peace, Veto. The Subtlety's not mandatory. Fable is pretty bad against Fairy. I could just do no changes and just brute force. Just grief and force. Could do Blood Moon, could do Fable, could do like Foundation Breaker. Yeah, they might have Chalice. It's tough. I don't feel like Blood Moon's gonna get me there. Fable just gets countered. Sorcery speed. I kind of like endurance, honestly. Maybe not. I was gonna cut the forest for Boseiju. Just no changes. Just hope I draw enough griefs and forces and living ends. Stay as consistent as possible. Hope they don't draw Chalice. Hope they don't draw Rest in Peace. Alright, let's just... No point in cycling. I don't have a black card to go with the grief if I cycle the Street Wraith. Alright, we dodged. Dodged, we dodged. Dodged, to Rest in Peace, that's good. Grief Arena or Force, please. Grief Arena or Force, please. Oh, I already had Subtlety for Teferi. I was thinking about might be sandbagging a Chalice. I already asked for much more right now. Actually, I guess I just say go. I don't outburst because of Darwin's veto. Can you explain thinking besides 4 general sense and 2 elephants? Can try. So at the PT, so my reasoning, and I think maybe that was all inbred, or basically I was thinking that I think elephant's just better against Yawgmoth, and it just kills faster when you have small living ends. The PT I played more elephants, but it seems like most people play more ENTS. And I guess the reason is it gets forest, it's a bigger body. It's better against Fury. Like, I think I was running into some scenarios against Scam where you bring back Oliphant and they just have a Fury and they just go like Fury, Scam, Fury, and it's just not even that good for you. Jealous of the Void. Well, that's not great for me. I'm gonna try and bait a Darwin's veto. I have doubled force and outburst. Hopefully they veto my force. Okay. Now we outburst. And hopefully they don't have a second veto. They do. I don't even have grief in my graveyard, so even if I were to resolve, I think maybe I should cycle, see what I'm drawing, and then it'll give me better info on whether or not I should try and get rid of Chalice. I just have to kind of go for it, but... You have subtlety plus force. I think I'm just going to let it resolve. But then has it all. I don't think it's unreasonable for them to have, you know, it all, as you say. If I had a grief in my yard, I definitely would have just gone for it and hope I drew another Cascade spell. But the fact that I didn't have grief made me a little more wary because of Verdict and the One Ring. But maybe I just playing scared. I think I'm just gonna let them deal with subtlety for now. Subtlety has been okay. Do you have Esteem Vents left? Or do heard you went on a multi-day poker bender. Yeah, it was a 3-day tournament and I came in second, so yeah, did. That was pretty great draw. Because now I can agent. A tried to outburst at the end of their turn. I think I'm better off just going for agent. And then I'll have 1 living in left. Or maybe just like I'm 7, I have to do it on their turn anyways, though. Alright, that makes my choice pretty trivial. They have 7 power in play. I stole my water pitcher and didn't bring it back. What are they thinking about? Oh, they have force and a blue card. They're saying they have force and a blue card, and they're saying their force is like not a their blue card is not a verdict, most likely. But if you have force and verdict, I mean, you just untap and cast your verdict. I'm down to 1 card. I think I just hold, right? I don't just loosen a counterspell or a verdict. They already drew 2 Darwin's vetoes. I guess I could have drawn my last living end. Alright, hopefully I didn't just let them draw a second counter. Maybe they had a force of negation and I just let them draw another force. Or their third veto. But then if I don't play that way, I just lose to another verdict. They actually drew Let them draw. It's brutal. It's kind of unreal. I think I played fine. I think I just got a little unlucky. I'll probably lose. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I'm supposed to play around verdict number 2 and 3, or maybe my play was just bad though. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, no, I guess. Yeah, yeah. Great. I have no cards in hand though. I have a land left. I have basic island. Hey, ride or die. Glad you appreciate it. Alright, we need to dodge one draw step. So killing Tef is pretty bad if they draw Solitudes, and pretty bad if they draw Verdict. Article free, yeah. Face, it's kind of a disaster if I go face and they draw anything good, because now I'm just stuck on their Teferi. Whereas if I have Force mana up, they need to draw multiple good cards. Playing attacking Teferi's right. Their deck's just really bad right now. I have old creatures I can cast left in my deck. And they have like, they draw anything good, I'll lose it. Or what do you mean? I have a Force of Negation in hand. Like, even if they draw something good, I can just easily like keep drawing like 4/4s and stuff. Solitude is good for them. Like, even if I go for Teferi and they end up dealing with Waker, I'm still in an okay spot. Because my deck is, I have no lands left, I have all lethal creatures, basically. I mean, I have like Oliphants and Ents and 4/4 flyers, and their deck is a bunch of like counters and 1/1 removal and more useless hate cards. Why did they fetch? Yeah, that was not great by them. Need like a Numnath. Bottom 2. Cycle 1 Waker? No, I don't think so. Looks like I would have won again if I'd just gone face. It looks like they just drew like Counterspell. Looks like they probably drew Counterspell into Teferi. I still like my choice. I still like my choice. We'll see. That's really bad for me. Now they can start gaining life to make up for the One Ring. Guess I'm gonna lose. Guess every decision I made this game was wrong. Pretty cool game though. I don't know. I feel like my choices were reasonable and they just had exactly what they needed every time, like, for me to get max punished. Prelim again, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you should play 3 or 4. Most people play 4 nowadays. It might be good to play 4 again. Now that like Preordain got unbanned and there's going to be more blue decks, more counterspell decks. Yeah, kind of want to bring in. I agree. Was maybe bringing in endurance. I almost brought them in. Not even. I guess yeah, that's legit. And just I think 3/4 flash is pretty good against them. Forces the action. But like every card you cut is going to be a cycling card. That I don't know. It's tough. Man, this game feels so bad. Honestly, this game feels so bad. It was like. But I think I messed up. I think that the Detective Fairy was fine. I think the first time playing around Verdict was wrong. I always get all like strength, so I guess. Let's see the far right of the board. Why does it change every time? I feel like Harry just mess with my settings.
Down here, salt is a way of life.
Obviously, the environment down here is all salt. The ceiling's salt, the floor is salt, the walls are salt, and to an extent, the air is salt.
I prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble. And I don't want to be in big trouble.
There's just nothing I want to cut, really.
This song will drive you mad, this song will drive you mad. Pay 5 for active treason, well that might sound pretty bad.
Yeah, I got sure as a consideration. I don't want to play for the long game, though. Could, like, be greedy and cut a generous in, but I kind of want my deck to be as consistent as possible, honestly. I'm just, yeah, just not... They didn't have, like... We didn't see a million hate cards. We saw one Chalice and one Hallowed Moonlight. It has Grief, it has Boseiju and Otawara. That's also kind of playing for the late game. I mean, I think I have to keep, even though it's not great, and just hope to get a little lucky. That's going to be a tough matchup after sideboards. Be worse. I'd have Rest in Peace too. I mean, what can you do to just have it all? Just need to draw Sunken Runes and hope they're like stuck on lands. Trying all the worst possibles. Another Chalice. If I draw Sunken Runes, I win this game pretty easily. It's kind of funny. Yeah, I should just play Boseiju. Better of Force too. He's the Jacobson. Appreciate the Prime sub. Might need Boseiju for Hall of the Storm Giants. The way this game is going. Otawara would be to bounce. Just need to play all my lands anyways, honestly. Water Solitude? What draw? That's not a bad draw for me here. Now I get to like 6. Might be a bit of time. Gets me to 6 mana. Come on, 6 drops. That's literally all I have in my deck. Kind of gave it away playing a land first. Yeah, if this was an end, I'd be better. The extra toughness. And I get to play Kahira. I have to trade Solitude for Oliphant. We're back at playing that game we played. Maybe it's better for me to take it actually and swing back. Yeah, that's probably better. Because I still have to block Oliphant. I'm like winning the race by a lot. Even cast Double Outburst. You know, 2 out of their free cards are just kind of crap. Oh wow. Why not have a veto? Would have a land in hands? Guess I need to put them down to 1 though. I need to put them down to 1. This way they can't fetch and attack me with Hall. So close, 1 life. So sick. At least they can't fetch Delta. And now I might just have lethal. Also, they just get to like block with Hall now. Yeah, they get to attack, fetch, block. Oh, Verdict. Verdict, and they have a couple of red, more green. Are we supposed to cast Living End of the Cascade to fin them from my deck? Oh, maybe. You might be right. Yeah, Waker would have been sick. Damn, Waker over Riverwinder. I'm actually only playing 3 Wakers on no lands, bricks, all counters, counters and taps. Dude, are you kidding me? Am I gonna win this game? They did draw Solitude. Oh no, 1 short. Ah, put them in the wrong order. Oh, they have Solitude. Ah. These kind of games do make you want to have like the Tristan approach of having a bunch of brazen bars and stuff. Best attack, right? Yeah, cast Oliphant. Might have counter spells, but they might have just, I don't know, vetoes and yeah, that's good for me. Maybe have another Verdict. One ring. One ring's not a big deal, right? Go. Now force mana up now. This game is unreal. Really is. Yeah. Dude, that's one of the sickest match I've ever played. Just so ridiculous. Needs like Omnath? Do they have that? Wow. What a match. And they did have, my read was wrong. In game 1, in game 2 we only saw 1 Chalice and 1 Hallowed Moonlight. And a couple of vetoes. And turns out they had like 3 Chalice, dude. They just drew them all. Ugh. And they're going first. Yeah, just hope for no turn 2. I'm supposed to force that. Much else to force. So I could cycle Street Wraith, see if I draw a useless blue card, but then that means I lose my Grief top deck. Kind of need the land anyways. I'm gonna cycle Agents. And I don't really care about Thoughtseize anymore. I'm gonna let them have it. It's tough. Like, it would be nice to have these brazen bars and stuff and the force living in, but every one of these cards you add just adds to your fail rate in game 1. I really just want to be as consistent as possible in game 1. Architect. Took Outburst, which might indicate Voidwalker. Outburst better against Voidwalker. Okay, Waker's actually nice against Bowmaster. If I draw a land, I'll probably win. So what's their clock right now? 4-turn clock, really 3-turn clock. I cycled that 11, 10, briefed them. And hope my top card is a land. Death, Terminate, Thoughtseize. I mean, none of these cards really do much, do they? Thoughtseize probably. Oh, that's a good point, Steve. If I don't cycle Street Race and respond, maybe just take that. Not that. But I'd probably take the Cascade spell, because I have double Wakers if I don't. Alright, land or bust. I think I just exile a Waker, right? You're gonna kill their Bowmaster, maybe? No, I guess killing their Bowmaster slows down their clock too much. How big is my living end right now? Bring back Street Wraith, Architect, Curator, Grief. And they get back a Fury of my Curator. Force and Prey. I think I need to wake her first for a blue card. Because I don't even think my living end wins. Kill Curator, I'm left with Grief, Architect. Yeah, I can't even attack into their Fury. So I think I have to do that first. Hope to hit a blue card, which I didn't, but that's fine. At least I drew a land. Not that bad. I have 2 draw steps to draw a Cascade spell. I think my play was good. Merci. Alright. Time for the Anger of the Gods technology. Chewers. Issue. The Force can go just too intensive to like have to force spells in this match. The Subtlety is really very either. Great, I think. Fable's pretty good. Bring in Foundation Breaker too. I like that I'm not boarding out any cycling cards. Not sure about cutting Grief though. Endurance is kind of nice with Anger too. They play kind of well together. And Endurance just kind of a fine card against them. I could see just doing no Griefs. But I like Grief because I'm bringing in Leyline and I have the Dead Living in sometimes. So I like keeping in some Griefs to get value out of some of my dead draws. Just got Oliphant made. Then it might be hard to get double red. Maybe cut a Street Wraith on the play. Street Wraith or 2 on the... Or cutting some Street Wraith, I guess. Life total kind of adds up. Basic Forest. Let's say go right. Mon deck, tu recycles des créatures. Après, tu joues une des cartes cascade. Et tu ramènes toutes les créatures de ton cimetière. Subtlety seems okay versus Grief Fury. Yes and no. Still 2 cards. I don't think Grief Fury is like their scariest. It's like the scariest aspect of their deck. Also, Endurance helps against that too a bit. Ouais, un peu, sauf que les cartes sont un peu plus fortes. The worst draws. Yeah, I mean, I could have gotten Steam Vents and then Stomping Ground up the end. Maybe I think I wanted double blue though. There's definitely a lot of tension with the Anger of the Gods in the sideboards. I think you're going to lose a lot of games because you just can't cast it, and if it was just like a cycling card or something else, you would have maybe won. Nothing, I guess. Thoughtseize not like the greatest draw for them. Question is, do I attack? Attack and have it terminate. It's kind of annoying. They don't have the greatest hits of Ragavan though. They probably don't keep it a ton of terminates. It is nice that all of my creatures just naturally have 4 toughness. Especially if my plan is to bring in Endurance in this matchup. Well, there goes my plan of trying to race them, really. Maybe I should just play for a living end. Leave Ottawa for Chalice. Doesn't matter to have Voidwalker that's going to come back and that can living end. So I'm kind of screwed either way. I attack, bounce Shield Red, they go down to 7.
The next label play. The next label play.
Trying to see if I'd been better off this game if I didn't have anger and endurance. Kind of unclear. Might swing was Dothy. It doesn't matter that this swing was Dothy. But yeah, it might. Yeah, no, I know what you're right. Let's say go, right? Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, it actually is a big deal if this swing was Dothy, of course. Don't know. I get a scry. Would feel that still be played if it didn't have Death Touch. Yeah. Probably be played the same amount, just would be a little worse. Oh, Auto War lets me scry too. Block like this. That makes sense. Try and hit an outburst. Oh, because then they get Void Walker. Oh, but I can't bounce Chalice now then, because then they just cast it again. So just need to like rip this YOLO. They're saying there's a chance. When do I cast it? Their upkeep? Their point in waiting, letting them draw. Their attack was endurance, just gives them an extra grief. I don't want to one-shot them though. Might still not be enough. I did have to do to avoid removal on endurance. Oh, looks like I might have lethal was Oliphant. Note that if this Ent was just an Oliphant, I would have like super lethal. Oh, that's how it works? Okay. Burst Living End? That good? Can't be bad, right? It's more damage. Let's see. Waker blocks here. Gives trample to Ent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12. Not enough. And then there's no way my living in is like, what am I looking for? Oh, I'm short. There's -1 from the Waker. 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, 14. Ragavan blocks Chewer. Waker blocks Oliphant. What can I draw to deal with Waker? My one Auto War is gone. I think I just need a blocker, probably. Or I just need a blocker for Waker. Why don't I get -1? Because of Outburst. But they get to play Living End again if they untap. Oh, maybe I was supposed to keep the Outburst, actually. I think I messed up. What I probably should have done is kept the Outburst. Attack was like the 2 evasion creatures. And then they probably have to Living End. And I get to Living End again. Oh, I didn't count the 2 damage from Thoughtseize when I was doing the math. Yeah, I didn't think long term enough. It was kind of obvious, actually, too. That's actually exactly what I needed, Outburst, and I just... Oh, what a dumbass. Yeah. I guess, to be fair, Cycling Creature would have been pretty good, too. But yeah, now I would have Outburst was trigger on the stack, and I just win. Wow. Wow, what a spew. Actually gave me the perfect card. Oh, they had Chalice? Why didn't they play Chalice first? Yeah, they had Chalice, actually, so my play was good, but he messed up completely. Oh, they can't cast Living End if they play Chalice first. Oh, yeah. I'm dumb. Yeah, I had it. I just had it and I threw it away. Wow. Unreal. Actually, the deck just hit me in the face and I punted it away. Harry got paired against him yesterday. Forget what he was playing though. Like Riverwinder, turn 1 to hit a Grief. Feedback on Tron? Bubble. Oh, he was just playing Murktide? Maybe it was Murktide. Kind of need a lot here. Well, that's step 1. That was great. Wait, did I fetch wrong land like a dumbass and I can't cast Outburst now? I'm getting the basic force now. Great. Actually, what if I hit force subnegation? I will do this first. Alright, Prage. Prage, no double counterspell. They have double bolts. Might have to just go for it, honestly. I'll try and wait another turn. Waiting another turn gives me force outs. Gives them more time to draw bolts. It gives me force subnegation outs. It gives me like 4 extra outs. Downside is I'll let him attack me down to 8. If he just finds a third bolt that's lethal. On another CS or Pierce, I'm just dead anyways. Yeah, no, you make a good point though. The counter spell point is valid. The spell Pierce, right now he only has mana for 1 counter spell. Not that bad though. The worst. Dodge lightning bolts. Bolt counter spell. If he has bolt, he should just bolt. If he has triple bolt, he should just do it in my upkeep. If he does triple bolt on his turn, he could lose to force. Or looks at the lightning bolt. He would need like. Alright, obviously blue card is what I'm hoping for. Any blue cards. My games have been pretty ridiculous. There's been some really cool games this lose. I feel like that was one of the better. The round 1 was not very interesting. These last 3 matches, I think that's great for me. That they're dead deep in the tank. Maybe it is. They don't have an obvious best line. Hang on here. What to think about? Please consider. Put Spell Pierce into their graveyard. How would you graveyard Spell Pierce? Isn't that like the best card you can draw? Almost impossible for me to have a painless untap land, and if I shock for my land, I go down to 6 and then you have double bolts. It turns out Spell Pierce is bad here, but who the hell is that guy? Sniping? I doubt it. I'll lead out Arc. I don't know them. Blue card? Alright, well.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
No point in waiting. They already have counterspell in hand. That would be a reason not to keep Spell Pierce, because they're like, I already have counter, I don't have mana for an extra Spell Pierce. So they're just digging to Lightning Bolt. I don't have much of a choice here. I have 2 bolts in hand. Look like they have counterspell. Think it would be on the stack by now. Maybe they knew about the auto aura was bubble? Is that possible? I didn't keep track. It's possible they just knew about auto aura was one of their bubbles. Cycling race first against double lightning bolts? No, I'm good. I actually have triple lightning bolt. What's better though? Does double Murktide keep them alive? Double Murktide sure kills me. I take a bolt. They double bolt Oliphant, play double Murktide. They block Waker and Riverwinder, and they take 5, 8, 11, 16. I think maybe I just have to take a Murktide. Said it's such a close game, and then ask him if he knew about Ottawaro's bubble. All right. Thing is, if I okay, sorry. They kill Oliphant. They play double Merc. They block my 2 biggest creatures, 5, 8, 11, 16. So I'm 2 damage short. If I take a Murktide, they can like untap, see what they draw, play a huge Murktide. Probably still wanna. They can double bolt Oliphant, bolt Grief, block Waker, and they take exactly 5, 8, 11. 5, 8, 11, 16. Still not lethal. Double bolt Oliphant, bolt Grief, block Waker, 10, 13. Oh yeah, 18. I can't count. Alright, I think I'm supposed to take a Murktide. I mean, I think if I let them have 2 Murktides, I'm just like drawing super slim, right? Basically, you need to rip an Outburst. No way. They drew the last bolt? You gotta be kidding me. Oh.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Oh. I feel like they punted kind of hard not keeping that Spell Pierce too.
You can't believe what fell.
Yeah, this Prelim has been like completely absurd. And to be fair, Unholy Heat's pretty good for them too there, but I don't know if it's good enough. Okay, so Chewer in, maybe Fable, maybe Endurance, maybe Leyline.
The next label play. The next label play.
Yeah, well, I thought I played it well. Thought I gave myself the best. Obviously, if I knew Force was my top cards, I would have played differently. I think I just have to trim, like Riverwinders, or maybe Street Warriors. I think someone thinks Street Warriors not great in this matchup because the damage just adds up. Yeah, they also had to have like 2 counter spells in their opening hand and the pressure of a Ragavan. Enough to win sideboard games, which is tougher. That's gonna board out Riverwinder, I guess. Good hand. Can't complain to get Island. Go from there. Yeah, I really think they messed up not keeping that Spell Pierce. I thought I was like really bad. Like even in hindsight, Spell Pierce would have been lethal the same way. Man, I was 1 damage short too. I wonder if I spewed 1 life at some point. Because if I have 1 more life, I can cycle Street Raid. If I draw a blue card, I can force the last Lightning Bolt and just go down to 1. That's pretty sick too. How slow do I want to play it? Actually, maybe I should have got Force first. I played Force, cycled Force.
Hey, a smiley face.
Jack Hill was somebody 19 months. Yeah. Let's say go. I'm gonna cycle an Ant and then cycle Architect. I don't think I'm gonna rush to Grief. I would mostly want to first. I mean, Force of Negation kind of deals with the cards I want to Grief. Need a lot of help. My draw has just been like atrocious. Just all bricks. First. Did that. Or cycling count as cycling for effects like creator? It does, but it doesn't matter because you have to shuffle away you have to search your deck, so this cry is kind of good. If I just wait a turn instead of just running into a counter. I'm kind of desperate, I guess. Maybe just have like spell pierce and stuff. Just go for it. Hope to top deck. Don't have it, or hope to top. Giving them so much time if I don't go for it now. I have to. I mean, I'm pretty sure they have. On top right against Ragavan. Oh, wait, they haven't played a land yet. If I top and they have a land. I think they might also have Flusterstorm because they played Ragavan on 2, was 1 mana up. I guess we're about to find out. I think I'm just better off. They didn't have like, I don't think they had on the Holy last turn, so. Do you know their list? No, I didn't really look. I probably had like 1 or 2 force. Kept on top. Yeah. Did they keep a hearse on top? Kept on top again. Probably the priority they kept on top last, but now they just top and top. I mean, super over. Kind of weird to have Lightning Bolt in their deck and not on the Holy Heat. On Holy Heat's just better usually. Kills Endurance, kills Hardcast Curator. Can be like counter plus Flusterstorm because I can actually pay for Flusterstorm if I run Outburst. Oh, Lightning Bolt too good, I guess. Jeez.